What up, Depth Chart? It's your boy, young broadcaster Jared Young, here on the set of the 2-Point Perspective for episode 11 with my co-host, Miles on the mic, Mr. Miles Sweeney. How you doing today, brother?
I'm doing good.
Right on, man.
Me!
Yes, you right there with the beautiful hair.
Oh, thank you. Jared, you got to sing some karaoke this weekend, and I unfortunately was not a part of the listening audience. So can you give us some insight on the songs you sang and how well you sang and the crowd reaction?
Yeah, well, I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm not a guy that can really remember the names of songs. I really struggle with that. I will say that I sang a Shine Down song and a Five Finger Death Punch. I'm really into the rock, and I was just getting my juices flowing, so it's feeling pretty good. The crowd was pretty weak, to be completely honest. I could have used you there. So pretty disappointed that the boys didn't walk in time.
Yeah, I'm sick that I wasn't there. Speaking of sick, you were coming down with an illness. You had to battle back. Can you give us your procedure of coming back from that illness?
Oh, yeah. This is a tough one. Me and the toilet had a special relationship this weekend. I took some Pepto-Bismol, ate a lot of soup and some crackers. It really helped settle me down. So that was my procedure.
Very insightful. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much. Yes. Oh, over here.
Okay, young man.
Yes. Young broadcaster with the 2-Point Perspective. Miles, you took your first L in fantasy this week. Can you tell us a little bit about the emotions that you were feeling?
I've come so far. Good things always come to an end. But it's nice to see you guys smile. That I'm no longer alone at the top. But I'm looking to bounce back. My team is just too good. I got CD coming back. He's a great player. So, just still watch your backs. I got you next week.
Some people say you're in a downward spiral. What would you say to those individuals?
I'm on the up and up. They got the reverse glasses on. I'm on the up and up. These guys are liars.
Miles, you're known as a Cardinals fan. I'm sorry about that, by the way. Do you think that Battlefield 6 release has any correlation to Kyler Murray's absence this past weekend?
Jared, our team, they're laser focused. They study, they practice hard. All their focus goes to the game. So to answer your question, yes.
Extremely insightful, Miles. All right, man. Let's jump right into our roster shakeup. We had a tough one this weekend. Fred Warner is done for this season, man. He's done for the season. Dislocated and broken ankle. I knew almost right away as soon as I saw the air cast. I didn't think it was that bad when he first got rolled up on, but as soon as I saw the air cast, my heart sunk.
Mm-hmm.
So really, really tough. I think that takes our defense down 3 or 4 notches.
Oh, absolutely.
I mean, it's really tough when you're looking at a guy who's in the running for Defensive Player of the Year, and
he's just one more name added to the pile.
Yeah.
For that Niners squad. I mean, I like Fred Warner.
How can you
That's
not?
That's unfortunate.
How can you not?
Yeah.
He's like a relatively humble guy, I think, overall. Doesn't cause a lot of drama, and he just plays like an animal.
He's a dog.
Yeah, dude,
Like,
he is for sure. Next on my list, we got Brian Callahan of the Tennessee Titans, out as head coach. It's going to be the offensive coordinator who's going to be calling plays for the Titans for the rest of the season.
Mike McCoy.
Yeah,
right?
Mike McCoy. I'm not sure how that's going to work out. I mean, it sounds like they hit the eject button, so they're probably going to be tanking the season. I don't know what they're looking to get with that number 1 pick now, but or that early pick, but they can use players all over the place. Maybe they'll use that draft capital to make one of those trades we were talking about.
Yeah.
In our previous episode. Last but not least for me, Emeka Egbuka. He pulled his hamstring. He's going to be out for a couple of weeks. They're saying maybe a week 8 return. Hamstrings can be tricky, especially if you re-aggravate it.
Yeah.
So Egbuka is going to be down. We're going to have some potential pickups for you guys later on in our fantasy segment. Miles, who you got for the roster shakeup?
Well, I want to start off with Brian Branch. He got suspended for 1 game without pay, and he's no stranger to getting fines. He's no stranger to kind of being that dirty little rotten player. I think the stat I heard was he's already been fined 3 times this year, and he was fined 7 times last year. So he has a knack for trouble. And it was just so soft, like watching that. It's like, dude, come on. I mean, they weren't even like getting in your face post game. Like, I'm sure there was some trash talk during the game that he was pissed about.
It was
and he
honestly,
lost.
it was probably just misdirected anger. I don't think it was necessarily directed at those players. Probably like in reality.
Yeah, I mean, you see Pat, excuse me, Pat Mahomes go to dap him up. He ignores him, and then Juju, of course, it was Juju, who gets the blow. But we got some good pictures out of that. Like it was a meme worthy week just on that alone. Next up, we got Garrett Wilson hyperextending his knee. He was having a decent year. The Jets are not having a decent year.
No,
they own that number 1 pick right now. They're 0-6. That's looking disastrous. That's just unfortunate. Justin Fields is gonna have one less weapon to operate that offense that already hasn't looked good. I'm suspecting a Breece Hall trade at the deadline.
Really?
I do. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
They're one offensive weapon that they have left.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and that would look good for me because I got him on fantasy. Get him off the Jets, please. And then I was gonna cap Mark Sanchez off, but I'll save that. Jacoby Brissett playing really well for the Cardinals has caused some quarterback controversy. The offense with Kyler Murray hasn't looked that good this year. Kyler hasn't thrown for. Well, I mean, even last year, that like the offense was the reason why they didn't make the playoffs.
Right.
But they had expectations this year. They were going to try to air the ball out more. The run game does not look the same, but Jacoby threw for over 300 yards, and Kyler hadn't done that in like almost a calendar year. So he was throwing the ball downfield. They're getting chunk plays, 20-plus yards. They had 7 explosive plays in that game, and they had like 7 all year before that. They doubled their explosive plays. So as of right now, Jacoby needs to stay starting. Kyler, heal your sprained foot, play Battlefield 6. And then, we can get him out the door after this year.
Maybe that was intentional.
Probably.
Yeah.
Well, the play that he supposedly got hurt on was that premature snap that, like
the one that hit him in the face.
Yeah, and he like fell out of the stadium. So I don't know. It's very weird. But like I said, capping off with Mark Sanchez, arrested for public intoxication, and what was the other thing? Like,
is it battery?
It was battery.
Yeah,
like this poor 60-something-year-old dude.
He's
driving
like a
DoorDash,
right?
Yeah, and like Mark Sanchez is totally inebriated and like beats the shit out of him.
And Mark got stabbed.
He caught a knife.
Yeah, and there's video. So there's not video of the fight, but there is video of him going into the alley and then walking out of the alley, and he's got a stab wound.
Yeah. So I mean, and he was in Indy
getting
to
ready to
commentate the game.
Yes,
like he was ready to commentate the game.
Oh my god,
Mark Sanchez is never my favorite announcer, but I mean, dude, like that is so dumb. What a way to throw away your career like that.
2 careers.
Yeah.
2 careers.
Yeah.
Oh man. Some people just can't be helped.
No, and these people can't be helped in their careers. It's the Hall of Shame.
Oh no!
All right, guys. Hall of Shame, and this week the Hall of Shame is going to the NFL referees.
What a shocker.
Yeah.
Every year.
NFL referees this last week were pretty poor. We saw it in both the Chiefs. Imagine this. We saw it in both the Chiefs game and the Eagles game.
Really?
Yeah. Can you imagine?
I cannot.
Yeah. When have we ever heard that before?
No. I mean, those two are darling NFL teams, so that makes no sense to me. Yeah, that Chiefs. Let's start with the Chiefs game.
Mm-hmm.
if I'm not wrong, they didn't have a penalty called on them all night.
Right.
They didn't get called for a single penalty.
Is pretty much unheard of.
Yeah, and I mean, like, you have the home field advantage.
It's like the first time in the last 20 years, right?
Something
Is that
it's
correct?
egregious. You could call a foul on every play in the NFL, but like they'll let you get away with some stuff, but they let them get away with everything.
Yeah.
And I couldn't really. You could probably pick apart the penalties that should have been called, but I think the main thing that I noticed was that was not a catch by Travis Kelce. I don't know how much that would have affected the game.
The ball clearly hit the ground.
Yeah. And I mean, like, I will give kudos to the Chiefs for hurrying up and snapping the ball because they knew that was going to get called back. But still, it's just like, it's so gross.
The other thing is, too, when he caught the ball, he caught it out here. So it's in plain sight. It's not like he had it tucked up under him. Yeah, where it's tough to see, because sometimes on a quick play like that, when the ball is coming underneath and they're receiving it, that can be tough to see. It can be tough to see from the fans, right, from a fan angle. But this was right out in front of him. I mean, what are we doing out here? It's
throwing him a bone.
Just brutal.
Throwing him a bone.
You know, and I know you said we could talk about the missed calls too, but holding calls all over, or missed holding calls all over the place.
You're telling me Aiden Hutchinson wasn't held one time? Like, come on.
Yeah,
that's ridiculous.
Just watch some Super Bowl highlights, and you'll see plenty of them. And that's something that we've that's something that we've been used to for a few years. It's pretty disgusting, to be completely honest. And at this point, I don't even blame really the Chiefs. It's the NFL. The NFL is clear. Like, it's, I don't know how down the rabbit hole we want to get, but it's pretty disgusting.
Well, the Chiefs aren't going to come out and be like, guys, this is unfair.
Right.
Like, like, they're benefiting from it. Why would they're not going to shy away from that. And it's going to enable them to get more handsy, like do more things, knowing that they're going to get lenience with these officials. So yeah, I'm with you, man. I really don't like, I'll hate the Chiefs because of it, but I'm not going to blame them for continuing to do what they do when they're going to get rewarded for it.
Well, and all publicity is good publicity.
That's true.
You know?
Yeah.
So next on this list, we were talking about the Eagles. The Eagles game was pretty brutal too. I think the biggest ones that I am paying attention to week in and week out right now with the Eagles are the false starts. The false starts
push, it's
from
so
the
bad.
guards are so egregious, and it's that if that play were going to get banned, and we talked about this, if that play were going to get banned, that would be why, because it can't be officiated properly.
It's not player safety anymore. It's about officiating. That is impossible to call. And they ran it, what was it, 4 times in a row?
Yes.
Yeah.
Also, who wants to watch that?
Yeah.
Who wants to see that? That's pretty disgusting.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah.
Not
I'll
a
throw
big
one
fan
more
of
in
that.
here.
Go for it.
Trey McBride was held on Cardinals' last play. Did you see that clip?
But didn't they lose by
4? And they were in the red zone to take the lead with like 50 seconds left. That would have been Jacoby Brissett legacy game. God, that would have been sick to beat the Red Hot Colts. But he was trying to he was past 1 yard and trying to break out on his route, and he was getting held on his hips like they were doing a dance. So I just had to throw that in there, get my salt out.
Yeah, man, I don't blame you. Well, you know, I'm sorry that you had to take this loss this last weekend. So let's talk about your other loss that you had to take this last weekend. Guys, I did it. I finally did it. I finally beat Miles in a dual threat bet. I secured the dub. And now I'm 2-8. So we're on the up and up.
Woo!
Yeah, we're on the up and up.
That was the best 2-8 I've ever seen.
Yeah, I had BTJ plus 9.5 on his first catch. He got 19. It's pretty stoked on that. Miles was trying to screw me out of it. He's like, nope, catch was only for 7 yards, but Miles forgot something.
Yak.
The yak.
Yeah.
Never forget the yak, man.
And I wasn't trying to finesse you. because I see the game cast, I'm going through the play-by-plays, and I see the 7-yard pass, but I just totally did not see the extra, 9 yards
Yeah.
for Yak. So,
Don't worry. I saw it.
Well,
So,
the play you sent me wasn't even his first catch.
It doesn't matter. That's irrelevant information.
Because I was like, wait, that's not right.
That's irrelevant information. Not even important. Not even important. Miles, how'd you do this last week?
Well, I had Seattle first drive ending in a turnover, interception, fumble, turnover on downs. They punted. So,
that was a tough one. That was kind of a tough one.
That's always like a gamble, even like when we put those in the hat.
Well, and Seattle's been securing the ball really well too,
Yeah.
so that's a tough one.
Darnold's not making a lot of mistakes.
What's your record?
I am 4-6.
Okay,
That would have put me at 500.
so I'm 2 games back right now.
Yeah.
2 games back. There's a lot of potential. I'm really excited to see what happens this week. We got a great game coming up. Honestly, I call it game of the week. It's going to be Bucks Lions
Monday night prime time.
I'm excited to see that. So, all right, man. Let's pull from the crown. All right. Got the crown. What you got?
Tampa Bay scores first touchdown.
Okay.
I'm not mad
All
at
right.
that, especially like considering the other ones we have in there.
The only downside to that right now is just that they're missing so many offensive weapons. So
Yeah.
All right, let me get mine here. Oh. Okay. Lions make first field goal.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Those two were not the worst of the bunch.
No, they're not. And that doesn't it's not the Lions like first score has to be a field goal. Just they make the first field goal of the game. Yeah.
They got to make it.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
Yeah, not too bad.
Wait. Hold on. You just said something. The Lions have to make their first field goal attempt or the first field goal of the game?
What it was written down first of the game, right?
It does not specify. It just says make first field goal. So I'm going to give you the call here. I'll give you the call.
Of the game.
Of the game? Okay.
Yeah.
That's what I thought it was
Yeah.
when we put it in there. So I'm not mad about it. All right, man.
Yeah, well, these bets weren't bad, but we got a quote that is pretty bad. It's time for our quote roast. Tua Tagovailoa,
Mm-hmm.
you know, what a darling, NFL darling. Jared's gonna pull up the clip right here, but I'll give some context into how this performance was by Tua against I'm spacing who they played. Was it the Oh gosh. This is not good podcasting. It was the Chargers. So Tua went 21 of 32 for 205 yards, 1 touchdown, and 3 picks. One of those being on the first play of the game for the Dolphins. So just keep that in mind when you hear this clip of Tua in his press conference talking about his teammates.
I think, having some talks with Reek and whatnot, that if I do, just don't think that I'm going to throw it 80 yards. Like, as you're running, just do your best to track it.
I think I sent you the clip.
Stop. That's what ended up happening on that play for Reek, and then with him and Waddle with those.
Yeah, that was not the clip. I'm so sorry.
But that's
guys.
also damning because he's not throwing that ball 80 yards.
No.
And we make
leadership
that clear.
in helping articulate that for the guys, and then what we're expecting out of the guys, right? We're expecting this. Are we getting that? Are we not getting that? We have guys showing up to player-only meetings late, guys not showing up to player-only meetings. Like, there's a lot that goes into that. Do we have to make this mandatory? Do we not have to make this mandatory? So it's a lot of things of that nature. Leadership in help.
Yeah, guys. So Tua says all this. He puts basically the whole thing on not only his teammates but the coaching staff. And this is a guy that comes off of this game throwing 3 picks to the Chargers.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was LA. I remember
Yeah.
that now. It was the Chargers, and I know that because I made sure to include that in my roasts.
Yeah.
So Miles, go ahead, man. Let's hear your roasts.
All right, yeah, let's cap it off. Tua says the team needs more accountability, then throws this team under the bus better than he can throw the football.
Oh, hold on a second.
Trade off, Jared. Give us yours.
All right, man. Tua keeps talking about leadership and accountability. Maybe he should start leading the ball away from the defenders.
Ooh, yeah. Yeah. Come on, Tua. Come on. Tua's passes are so short, they could get carted at the bar.
His post-game press conferences are getting more action than his deep passes. At least there, someone's listening.
Let's keep the train rolling with these deep passes. Tua calling out the whole team is wild, considering his deep ball hasn't shown up since Alabama.
Tua was out there throwing like he had the Chargers defense in fantasy. Bro's out here point farming for the wrong team.
He probably would have won that game. That fantasy matchup.
Yeah, man. All right, guys. So we're gonna move on over to predictions. All right, guys. Well, I actually went out of order here. I apologize, Miles.
That's all right.
But I figure, screw it. We'll go with the predictions, and then
Yeah.
we'll go to our next segment after that.
Yeah, all good. So how about you cap us off with your predictions here?
Yeah, man. So to clarify, last week we both went 5-2. It was a
Yes.
pretty good week for both of us. We each lost the Monday night game, which were tough, right? Those
Yeah.
were upsets, so I'll take that. But for the Sunday games, we each only lost one, so I'm not feeling too bad. So 5-2 last week. My predictions for this week: we got Miami at Cleveland. I'm taking Cleveland. Philly at Minnesota. I'm taking Philly. Washington at Dallas. Taking Dallas. Las Vegas at KC. I'm taking KC at home. There's no way I'm picking against them. New York Giants at Denver. This is a tough one. I like the way the Giants are rolling right now, but I think that Denver's defense is too good. I think they're going to take it.
Okay.
Carolina at the Jets. Jets are the worst team in the NFL right now. Carolina's on a roll. I don't care that they're in New York. I'm taking Carolina. And then Tampa at Detroit. This is our Monday night game. This is our dual threat bet.
Mm-hmm.
And this was probably the toughest pick on the list.
Yeah.
But I think that Tampa's beat up. I think that they're in Detroit. I'm taking the Lions.
I agree with that. I don't think I dispute any of those. You got good picks. For mine, I got Rams at Bengals, taking the Rams. Patriots at Titans, taking the Patriots. Got the Saints at the Bears. Bears just got a good win, taking the Bears. Colts at Chargers. This one was kind of tough. Colts have been red hot. Chargers have been kind of up and down these last couple of weeks. But somebody's got to end that Cinderella era, and it's going to be the Chargers.
Really? Wow.
Yeah.
Well, Chargers are at home, right?
Yes, they are.
Okay. It's going to be interesting.
Packers
gonna
at
be
Cardinals. Easiest decision of my life. Packers. Falcons at 49ers. I'm taking the Falcons.
It's tough. It's tough. The Falcons are looking really good right now. They're coming off a big win against the Bills, right? I think that their defense played super well. The Niners are super beat up. But Brock Purdy practiced this week, man.
Whoa.
Brock Purdy practiced this week.
Okay.
And maybe that doesn't mean anything to you, but
watch out, Atlanta.
yeah.
Brock Purdy's coming back.
Are they in Atlanta?
No, they're
Is
in
that-
San Francisco.
Dude, come on, man. Niners fans are the best fans in the world.
And then to finish off, I got the Texans at the Seahawks. I'm taking the Seahawks. They're
Yeah.
just looking too good. Texans offense has been pretty egregious. So
I saw something today, and I don't necessarily agree with this, but the NFL power rankings have the Seahawks ranked at number 3 in the league right now. We had them picked to be last in the NFC West. That
Well, I
is
think
pretty
the only
pretty
reason,
hot, don't you think?
I mean,
Their defense is playing well. Their
and
offense is doing okay.
they're
But
putting up like good points. I think the main reason why we picked Seattle to be last was because of Sam Darnold, but he's playing good. So I'm not mad at that. I mean,
yeah. And Sam's not looking too bad. He's looking
No.
okay.
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
and sometimes that's all you need.
and JSN's playing really well.
Yeah, out of his mind, really.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, Seahawks, I think that's going to be a no-brainer. No-brainer for this week is neither of us really had a good week for fantasy. Yeah, like Jared alluded to earlier, when he was grilling me in the press conference, I finally, about damn time, lost my first game.
It's about time you were exposed.
I wasn't really exposed. It was just a bad day, Like everyone has a bad day in the NFL. I thought it was kind of ironic that Key was the one to beat me, but even if my team did better, Bijan had like 35 points. I probably would have lost anyway. But good things come to an end. I'm no longer the number 1 ranked team. I thought I would be because the guy in first place I beat, but he has more points scored.
It's not how it works.
So
yeah, most of the league has more points scored.
But I no longer have the least amount of points against. That belongs to Tate. So I think
okay.
New fraud alert. Get off my back, please. Yeah, first loss of the season. It's whatever.
Yeah, I had a bad fantasy week. I'm not even gonna lie. I came into the week feeling pretty strong, but the injuries really got to my team. As far as my 4 teams went, I went 1-3. So it was pretty brutal. I took my first loss in my work league where I'm undefeated. That was a little bit tough to stomach, but I'm still number 1 over there, so not feeling too bad. Yeah, and in our league, honestly, I'm on the downward slide, and I'm not feeling good about it. I am pretty upset, actually.
Are you 2-4?
Yeah, and it, dude, I'm just getting injured all over the place. The loss of Bucky is
That's
huge. It's a big hit for a lot of my teams. Derrick Henry's downfall here, the lack of carries that he's getting, really taking a hit on my team. And I thought, maybe with Lamar down, he might be on an uptick. It's just not happening, man. He's putting up backup running back numbers. So, and I don't really understand what's going on over there, but there's got to be something in the locker room, some reason that he's only getting 7 carries a game. That's not acceptable.
Well, I mean, it's also like their defense has been atrocious.
Right.
So if they're going to be losing
they got to throw the
games,
ball.
they got to throw the ball.
Guess so.
But speaking of throwing the ball, we got some receivers to be on the lookout for. Do you want to start us off?
Yeah, definitely. Well, Egbuka and Wilson, are a couple of guys that we named that are going to be out for a couple of weeks. So you guys are going to need somebody to fill those voids. Some guys to look out for. Tez Johnson, he had a huge catch downfield late in the game against the Niners that pretty much secured the dub for Tampa. I don't know how much production he's going to get. It's always really tough when you're talking about 4th and 5th string wide receivers. But if he's going to get the downfield action, if Baker's going to be looking to him downfield, I'd take that. It's his second straight week with 10+ fantasy points. They're super beat up at the wide receiver position. And the only thing that I will say is I think he's going to be touchdown dependent, even though they've had some injuries at wide receiver already. He's not getting that many looks.
Right.
So, he had 4 catches for somewhere between 40 and 50 yards. I'm sorry, I don't have that exact stat. But the big catch downfield is what sold it. So
right. Yeah. Well, we got Kayshawn Bout. Do you know how to say his last name? I don't want to say booty.
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 I don't
Yes.
know.
Yeah,
I don't know if that's how you say it. Honestly.
That's better than booty. Because he's not booty. He had 23 fantasy points last week.
Mhm.
And I'm looking on right here his receiving average, and I'm not sure if this is just for this year, but he's averaging 13.5 yards per catch, and he's got 4 touchdowns. I mean, he had a big day last week, regardless. So that's somebody to be on the lookout for. Drake May is playing out of his mind. He's playing really well, so he's going to be looking to get Kayshawn the football. So if you see either of these guys, just lingering on the waivers, you could put a claim in for them, and you might just be in a good spot. So
yeah.
Well, we got a little jumbled with our segments, but it is finally time to cap off the show. Would you rather? And this week we don't know what we're gonna ask each other.
Yeah, we didn't run them by each other.
Yeah. So I'll start us off, Jared, if you don't mind.
Yeah.
So, and this is gonna be Niners specific again, because I think it really pulls on the heartstrings.
Mhm.
Gets you emotional, and I like to see that. Would you rather watch Patrick Mahomes win 5 more Super Bowls, knowing that the Niners passed on him in the draft? You ever think about that?
No, I don't
Okay.
think that I want Kermit the Frog as my quarterback.
Well, okay. Or have the 49ers go 0-17 for the next 10 years.
What was the first one again?
Watch Patrick Mahomes win 5 more Super Bowls.
Or what?
Niners go 0-17 for the next 10 years.
10 years?
Mm-hmm.
Do you know how long that 10 years?
Mm-hmm.
I'm taking Patrick Mahomes. I'd rather watch him win. I hate that because I don't want them to have more Super Bowls than us.
Mm-hmm.
But, I mean, that's something I take a lot of pride in as a 49ers fan.
2 of his 8 rings would have been against the Niners. Assuming, he doesn't beat them anymore after his 5 more rings. So
I just can't imagine, why would I even be a Niners fan at that point? You're telling me for 10 years straight, I got to watch the Niners not win a game?
you could stack up on number 1 overall picks, and then once the curse is lifted.
For what?
For the, after the 10-year markup is done, then you guys could just explode.
For 10 years? You can't stack up 10 years worth of picks. That's not like a thing that happens. That just means you keep busting on those picks. There's no way.
But it's
Can't
the would
do it.
you rather curse.
Can't do it. Nah, I can't do it. Give me Patrick Mahomes. Because you didn't give me a time frame for when he has to do that. So that could be over the next 10 years, right?
That is true.
It kind of sucks because then it's probably like every other year is probably winning a Super Bowl. But I mean, man, I suffered the Tom Brady era. Okay, I think I can handle a little more Patrick Mahomes.
Okay,
But
I kind of
what
figured
I can't stomach is my Niners going 0-17 for the next 10 years. Absolutely not. That kind of embarrassment. Do you know how we shame Cowboys fans? You know how we shame Browns fans?
Well, yeah, because
I
the
can't do
Cowboys
that.
don't even have that.
I can't do that.
That pain. I mean, they're at least consistent.
Right.
Yeah, Browns, Jets.
I
You gotta
can't
put yourself in those
can't
shoes.
stomach that. Can't have fans in the stands wearing bags over their heads. Absolutely not. That's just another level of depressing. Sometimes the Niners are all I have, man.
Yeah.
I can't do that to myself, or anybody else for that matter. There's a lot of Niners fans that live here.
Oh, yeah.
Can't do that to the community.
I wouldn't mind it. I think
Well, your team's never won a Super Bowl, of course.
that's true.
Yeah,
But I wouldn't have to see.
you've been going through it. You're already used to it. I have my team's got a history of winning. I can't go back now.
But
It'd be brutal.
But you could always look back on the fond times.
No,
I have to look back 18 years ago.
So
when
you've
they
never
made the Super Bowl.
experienced that kind of glory, Miles. So you don't even know what it tastes like. You don't even know what you're missing out on. It's not the same.
Yeah, I have to look back to 18 years ago where I was like 4 or 5 when they went to the Super Bowl, and I didn't even know like anything about football. And then I have to look back to when Bruce Arians was the coach, and he had a winning record his first 3 years, took us to the playoffs twice, and they ended horrifically. So that's a smidge of victory taste that I have as a Cardinals fan. But yeah, you got the rich history there.
Yeah.
Which is why I think
just be
you could
tough to
handle
go
it.
back.
I think you could handle.
I don't
10
think
years
so.
Of,
I don't think so. We're spoiled. We don't have the strength.
yeah.
We don't have the strength for it.
Oh, we're gonna have another audible. Would you rather? From Mr. John himself.
Yeah, but before I do mine, let's get the audible. Thank you, John.
Thank you, John. Okay. Would you rather be possessed by the ghost of John Madden for a whole month, or be the quarterback of the Eagles that lost the Super Bowl by throwing a perfect interception?
John Madden for a month?
What would I be doing when I'm possessed?
Like, do I still get to live my normal life? Like, is my life going to come crashing down because John Madden is destroying it?
Okay, so
I just talk like John Madden. Am I going to lose my job? Probably not.
no, I think he would
Probably
take
not.
he would take you.
He might be good at your job.
You think so?
Maybe. He'd probably annoy people, but
Oh yeah.
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 I don't think he'd do anything fireable.
No, I think he would like make you quit and then try to walk onto the UNR coaching staff or something. But yeah, because that's what I was thinking. Like, am I filled with just elite football knowledge while he's inside of me?
Imagine
Wow.
how the pod
When
would
he's
take off, though.
That's true.
Think about that. The
Yeah.
pod could really take off. I'm so sorry. The
That's
pod
all right.
could really take off in a month.
Yeah.
Dang. Or you got to lose the Super Bowl and you got to be the guy that did it. Yeah. I mean, I'd almost throw the interception for the Eagles, but is that only for that moment and then I like pop out of it, or 6 months? Okay. Yeah,
That's
I'm
what I was
sorry.
gonna
I'm
say.
sorry that we're getting more details here, but this is important.
Yeah.
Do I have a safe exit from the stadium?
Yeah, because Philly fans are no joke.
Yeah, that's
Like,
dangerous.
You're either getting possessed or you're getting killed.
Do I have another
So-
home that I can go to?
So we
Hmm.
have the assumption of a safe house, but you got to watch your back on the way out of the stadium.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna take John Madden on the sole like reason that I would have all that football knowledge and then I would retain it once he exits.
I don't think I can sacrifice all the other things in my life. I don't think I can. I don't think that John Madden would do well in my current. We live such different lives.
Yeah.
I'm not sure he could do my job. So I think that I would probably throw the interception. I hate the Eagles anyway,
Mhm.
and I'm not a big fan of Eagles fans, and I think
No.
I think that I could be sneaky enough to get away and get to the safe house.
Okay. Okay.
I think I could be. Am I throwing the game, or is it an accident?
Like it's just right to the defender. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so it's game-losing
Mhm.
interception. I'm sticking with John Madden.
Be really funny if he like took it for a pick six, and
Yeah.
that's what lost you the game.
Salt in the wound.
Yeah.
Do I get the game check from that game as the player?
Oh, so we're getting paid too?
So I'm switching.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
taking.
I'm-
Yeah.
No, like there's
No, you
Yes.
said 6 months. You said 6 months. That was clear.
Yeah. That's true.
That's true. No,
Yeah.
we'll be good. We got the safe house.
You live poor or die rich. So yeah, I'll switch up. I'll cash my game check. I'll lose Philly the Super Bowl, and I'll have a smile on my face, even though I'll be a little scared.
Yeah, I think John Madden would do too much damage in a month. All right, man.
Yeah.
It's time for mine.
Okay.
Okay. All right, Miles. Would you rather get drafted into the NFL and be coached by Urban Meyer,
Why?
or babysit Antonio Brown for 48 hours with no Wi-Fi and 1 Xanax?
Ooh.
Now keep in mind what Trevor Lawrence's first
Yeah, that was ugly.
year season went.
And he made Tim Tebow line up at tight end.
Mhm. Yep.
I think
this is the man that coached the 2008 Florida Gators, okay?
When am I drafted?
Tomorrow, I don't know.
No, but like what round?
Well, you're a quarterback, so like number 1 overall.
I'll do that. I would get drafted. I think this goes back to the payment.
Here's the thing though, he's not getting fired.
He's my coach forever. I can't request the trade.
No, because I've got to make this evenly matched with the Antonio Brown thing, because that's pretty bad.
Antonio Brown for 48 hours, no Wi-Fi, and 1 Xan.
Yeah, and you probably got to fight him for the Xanax.
Yeah, that dude would probably like try to kill me.
Yeah, and you
That would
have
be-
to stop him from getting it, because he probably would kill you if he was on the bar.
I don't want to see that guy on a ladder. Because like he could, well, I doubt 1 Xan would make you like black out, but like he could do some like crazy shit if he's blacked out. This is like it's just,
And he's got no Wi-Fi, so he's got nothing to like keep himself entertained, right?
well,
like-
I didn't even like the first thing I thought of when you said no Wi-Fi is like, all right, I don't have to worry about him tweeting dumb shit. Like, but
That's what's keeping him distracted.
you think that's keeping the sane. I think I'll get drafted.
I'd get drafted too.
I'll play.
I would get drafted too. Are you kidding me? Keep Antonio
I'll
Brown
play-
as far away from me as you can.
Yeah, I'll play for as long as I can under Urban Meyer, and then I'll just retire.
I don't want Antonio Brown without the Xanax. And here's the other
Yeah.
thing too. You take the Xanax, fall asleep. You want to be with Antonio Brown for 48 hours, and you were asleep for probably like, I don't know, 15 of them maybe?
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely not.
Is he addicted to Xans going into this? Because if you take that 1 Xan, then he's gonna crash out.
I don't know. Is he addicted to them right
no,
now?
Just
Like,
assuming for the would you rather. Because then you would really
I'm gonna
be in
say
danger.
addicted, no. But
Okay.
like he wanted it.
Okay.
You know? And then also just imagine like your lifeless body is just left with Antonio Brown for 48 hours.
Oh man, yeah. Oh,
That's my thing. Like
No.
being asleep while Antonio Brown is awake with my body,
no.
and I'm not gonna wake up based off of what he's doing. No.
Yeah.
Can't be done.
That's a good point. That's a good
Can't
point.
be done.
Yeah, Urban Meyer, put on your headset, bro. We're going 0-17.
Yeah, bringing back the coach.
Yeah.
Bringing
Yeah.
back the coach. So last night I was telling Marla about my would you rather, and I pretty much took her through Urban Meyer's entire history. I even showed her the Tim Tebow interview, like the Florida Gators interview.
Oh yeah.
Like we
Yeah.
went through the whole thing. From start to finish of how his NFL career came crashing down, and like I took her through the history of the Florida Gators
Mm-hmm.
and how many of those guys are in prison now, and the Aaron Hernandez stuff, and just like how many stars were on that team. Like I went really, really in depth, and I'm sure that she was like, "What the are you saying right now?"
Yeah.
But
It's unbelievable.
but I had to
hear.
give context for this to be funny for her, and
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
it probably still wasn't funny for her, but I thought it was, so
Yeah.
I felt the need
That was a good one.
to do it.
That was a good one.
Mm-hmm. Do you have another one?
Just for me.
Yeah, gimme. All right, John's got one specifically for Miles. All right, Miles. Would you rather every time the Cardinals score, your phone autocorrects celebrate to sigh deeply? Or every time the Cardinals concede a touchdown, your bank sends you a passive aggressive push notification on your bets?
Oh. What is it autocorrect to?
Sigh deeply.
That is so cringe. Oh my god. I think I'll say for this year specifically, they're not scoring a lot of touchdowns, so I would pick the first one. I would sigh deeply whenever they score.
Your reasoning for why you're picking that makes me sad. It makes me really sad. Oh man. Well, guys, that pretty much wraps up our show. Thank you guys for tuning in. Don't forget to like, follow, subscribe. Check out our link tree. It's on the socials. Go to Instagram, the 2 Point Perspective. Instagram, TikTok. We got the link tree on there. You can find anywhere that you want to listen to, and you can find our other socials. We also have our own website, so check that out. That's got a lot of really great information on it. We appreciate you guys so much. Episode 11 in the books, and we'll see you next week.